Recently, my family and I made a hard yet necessary decision. We made the decision to move into something smaller. And the reasoning for that decision is for the better of our family. We want to reduce expenses so that we can reduce debt in the long run and save. And that's just what was best for our family. I wanted to share my journey with you today regarding moving from something bigger to smaller in hopes that I can help some of you out there that may have the same situation in front of them. And moving from something bigger into something smaller definitely takes some courage. And I know that might sound silly and it sounds genuinely like a first world problem, but it really was difficult for us to make. Because moving forward, a lot of the times it does feel that, okay, if we're moving forward, we need to move into something bigger. We're expected to have more cars, we're expected to have nicer things, and that's what moving forward looks like. That, at least that's how I feel. But moving forward doesn't always look bigger. Sometimes moving forward looks smaller so that you can make room for what's to come. And that's really what we've been focused on lately. So for example, when we first started on this journey, we thought, okay, we're gonna stay in this place forever. It's just not working out because prices are getting higher. And eventually we do want to move into a specific area. And for us to move our family into that area, into a new home, we're going to need to save. And that's why we're moving into that direction. And now that we are moving, I actually feel a sense of relief. Initially, I kind of felt embarrassed and I felt ashamed because, like I told you, moving forward to me sometimes felt like I needed to be bigger and better. But in this sense, moving into something smaller has really brought us a lot of relief because we know that by moving into something smaller, eventually we will be able to live how we want to live and live in our new home. And we are really looking forward to that. And so if you're in this position, just know that you don't need to feel ashamed to move into something smaller, or you don't need to feel ashamed to reduce expenses. Whatever is best for you and your family, because the way that I think about it is I would rather have control over my life and my finances than have a big boat sitting in the front or having a swimming pool or having a big house. I would much rather have control of my finances because I think that each of us has been in situations where finances have been tight, and it's definitely not a fun feeling, and I certainly don't like that feeling. So if I had to choose between tight finances and maybe not being able to cover my bills, or a smaller place or something less fancy, I'm going to choose a smaller place and something less fancy. Even if in comparison with everybody, it's not the same, I at least am going to feel financially settled or perhaps financially free in my situation because I'm taking control. You certainly don't want finances to take control of you, so it's better that you get into control with your situation. As a breadwinning mom or as a breadwinner in general, it's very easy to feel pressure. It's easy to feel pressure from the world, easy to get into that black hole where you're comparing yourself to other people. And me and my family, we have our own journey and we're different than everybody else. And so comparing ourselves with other people, I think is only just gonna set us back, because every time I compare myself with others, I kind of like get into this feeling where I want to be frozen. Like I want to stand still. I don't want to lift a finger because it's not worth it. And I may as well not because everybody else has got more than me. And so that's why it really does set us back, because that's what it does. I feel like comparing yourself to other people can be very poisonous and debilitating. And so that's something that I'm trying to avoid doing, is comparing myself, so that we can focus on our own personal journey. And I think what matters is how we feel. I need to focus on myself and my family. And that's what all of you need to do if you're faced in a situation where you need to save and you need to reduce your expenses. You just need to focus on your own journey and not compare yourself to other people, because you're not them. And you're also special and you're valuable. And what we do in our personal lives is going to be what's best for us. Growing up and into adulthood, I got really caught up in what people thought of me, because I think that's what society presses. It's easy to say, oh, if I move into something smaller, what will people think of me? I should be embarrassed and I should feel ashamed. In fact, for me, I felt that way because I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm supposed to be stable and I'm supposed to have this big house. At least that's what I pictured. Initially, I worried that if we moved into something smaller, people would think, oh, they're struggling, or oh, they don't have enough, or oh, they can't provide for their family. Nobody ever wants people to think that of them. But I had to overcome that because no matter what people think, I have my own journey and my own family to take care of. And so I have to move forward, and I can't care what people think. If I cared what people think, we may remain in a position, in a financial position that's not best for our family and won't help us move forward in the end. So definitely avoid being worried about what people think. For us and for this situation, as we moved into our smaller place, we're still moving into our smaller place. And when I go to that place, even though it's smaller and it doesn't have as many bathrooms and bedrooms, I actually feel a huge sense of relief and peace because I know what's coming for us after this move. I know what this move will bring for my family. I think what's best for your family, in whatever way that means, is going to be financially settled. So whatever you need to do to become financially settled is going to be a really good thing. And it's going to take the stress off of you as a breadwinning mom. As a breadwinning mom, there's already a lot of stress. You have your job and you have your family to provide for, and then you're still mom at the end of the day. And so removing that financial stress is going to be huge. And I know it's definitely removed the financial stress for me. I will say that overall, this move that we're making has definitely been very humbling, but it's also made me think clear and made me understand that what we're doing is absolutely okay to do. I also want to be a good example for my family, and I want to be a good example for my son and the children in our family. I want to show them that, hey, it's okay if you need to get into something smaller, or it's okay if you need to reduce expenses, if that's what your life is calling for. We don't always need to keep up with everybody else. What's most important is keeping you and your family settled. So if you are currently in a situation where you are financially tight and you need to do something about it, I am going to encourage you to just do it. Do whatever's best for your family. That could mean doing something like we're doing and moving from something bigger into something much smaller to give you relief. Or maybe it's letting go of things, selling things. I know that during this move, we've had to let go of some things, but we are also making way for new things and those special things to come in our future. And so I have let go of certain things so that we can do that. We're paving the way and clearing the way for our future. So I hope this video and these things that I've shared with you can give you some inspiration and some encouragement. And just know that it's okay to do what you need to do to feel financially settled. If you'd like, please subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate your support. I will be posting more videos on life of a breadwinning mom, also HR tips, because I am an HR professional, and so I've been including those videos. So if you feel like you can find help from whatever I have to say, please subscribe. It's real talk and really honest, and I would love to have you join my channel. Have a good day.